It was her daycare provider, one day, who noticed she suddenly wasn't herself. Her parents took her to her doctor. Other symptoms developed quickly. Victoria Duhem was just 3 years old.
By the time we got there, she was really pale. The doctor actually found like an enlarged lymph node on one side of her neck, and she had a little rash.
That family doctor called hours later when her blood work showed something concerning. He told her parents they should take her to CHEO's emergency department.
They redid her blood and told us right away that they thought she had leukemia. They couldn't tell us what kind at that point, but that's what they were thinking.
It was only when I got to the hospital that it really, sunk in, and then the first 24, 48 hours is just crazy. Your world's changed, and you live your life day by day now, so.
Let me just look on this side.
The only thing that got them through that devastating news of the diagnosis, the news of what kind of cancer they were facing, acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
Thank you. What a helper.
ALL is one of the oncology success stories for children, and also when you compare to all patients, adults or children with ALL, childhood ALL is one of the best in terms of successes. And so one of the ways that we've come to really refine our treatment for ALL is through studies. So here at CHEO, we're part of the Children's Oncology Group, which is a research consortium for treatment of childhood cancers.
They were told they would need 2.5 years of treatment to beat it. Difficult treatment. Chemo and steroids were hard on her.
The side effects are endless, and she's eating in the middle of the night and not sleeping, and it was ridiculous. But then when we came in for our first day treatment here, we didn't actually end up leaving. She had a fever and she had a couple of different infections, and then we ended up spending the next 46 nights here.
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
46 nights. Their world stopped.
Wow. You're doing some big squeezes.
All done.
Okay.
She's poked and prodded, too young to understand why. Lumbar punctures are the only way to ensure they keep ahead of the cancer.
The purpose of the lumbar puncture is to administer chemotherapy into the cerebrospinal fluid to prevent the leukemia from going into that space and recurring.
This comes after a time when Victoria didn't get out of bed for almost a month, plagued by infections.
When we found out about the blood bacteria the first month, she had a fever for the whole month, so that was tough on her.
She was very tired, she was weak, but now you see she's a ball of energy and she's running about and she's very happy.
Her parents are simply counting their blessings, grateful they have CHEO and its connection to a world of experts together beating childhood cancers.
I think you have to just worry about it one day at a time too, because if you start to think about it, then you're taking energy away from looking after her.
We're lucky, like she does have the childhood cancer that has the best prognosis, so it's, that's easy that way. It's not 100%.
She's tough, she's very resilient, and all the needles and the poking and everything, obviously, but they're tough. You don't want to focus on possible relapses. You're just thinking about this one time, and that's it. You do all your 2.5 years, and that everything will be great after that.
CHEO will follow her for her entire life.
All done.
To ensure if it does come back, her superhero team will help her beat it again.
Is that the bunny? It came back to see you. What? There's your bubbles. Come, come.